Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Thursday, December the 31st. It's the final day of 2020. This is one of those that I've been really looking forward to.
Me too.
And I understand.
I typically love New Year's Eve. I love going out. I don't want to really do
I know. It's
anything.
like we're going to just not do much. We're going to curl up. And
yeah.
You know. But I don't typically care about going from one year to another, but 2020 has been tough. We got several things we're going to share on the program about that today. But first, let's say it's National Champagne Day. It's No Interruptions Day, Heidi.
Okay.
No interruptions. It's also Leap Second Time Adjustment Day, so set your watches, apparently.
Okay.
It is Make Up Your Mind Day. Boy, if you would just make up your mind. It is Universal Hour of Peace Day, so we're supposed to be peaceful for just an hour today. And then it's also New Year's Eve. And we've got a Dear John letter to get to. It's a weird one. It's on the way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. If you're feeling guilty about what you've been eating the last couple of weeks, you're not alone. New survey, 2,000 Americans find 63% of people will have food guilt between like Christmas time and New Year's time.
Yeah,
I definitely feel that.
Bad.
Yeah, there's things where I'm like, oh no, I'm not going to eat Christmas cookies. Then I'm like, ooh, wow, did I eat all of those Christmas cookies?
Right.
I was not going to have any.
Not good.
A new one poll survey found 2,000 Americans. They talked to 2,000 Americans. They found that 50% of them consider 2020 a personal financial disaster. Half of the people surveyed, a little over, also said putting more money aside has now gained new importance in their life due to experiences over the last year. So they're going, you know what? In the future, I'm going to set aside a little rainy day fund.
There you go.
Because that rainy day might be a whole rainy year. So it's probably something a lot of folks can agree on right there. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. An Oklahoma man is behind bars for child neglect after allegedly giving his 2-year-old daughter sips from a bottle of Smirnoff Ice. 27-year-old James Watts was arrested this week after the child's mother contacted the police about the toddler being given booze by the biological father. According to a probable cause affidavit, Briannica Peterson provided police with Snapchat videos showing Watts giving the girl 2 sips of Smirnoff Ice wine cooler. In the video, Watts states in text, "My baby gonna be a drunk."
Oh.
Investigators said that he was allowing the victim to take drinks, and then he would sip and then hand it back to her so she could have another sip. Anyway, so they were like, he would take a drink, she would take a drink. Got himself in a little trouble, went to jail in lieu of a $50,000 bond and a felony charge. So
Really?
yeah, that's not good.
Okay, but growing up, do you?
Not when I was 2, I don't think.
I remember taking sips of my dad's beer.
That explains a lot. That is what happens. I'm pointing at Heidi when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com. We started on the top 10 celebrity homes that went on the market yesterday. We've got the top 5 now. We did the first 5, now the second 5.
Right.
Number 5, Bond, James Bond. It was Pierce Brosnan who held on to an elegant lifestyle long after his Bond tenure ended. And the home, 117 feet of oceanfront Malibu property, went on the market for $100 million.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Number 4 on the list, the Beverly Hills home of Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. That went on the market for $32.5 million. An A-list couple, John Legend and Christy Teigen, they had a home that went on the market in Beverly Hills. It was listed in 2020 at $23.9 million, sold almost instantly, they say. Number 2, Sir Sean Connery. He's another, so there's 2 James Bonds on the top 5 list here. He was also the sexiest man of the century. That was in 1999. I missed it by this much, by the way.
Yes, you did. You were right up there.
It was actually
neck and neck.
way, way more. But they had a home in the south of France. It went on the market for $33.87 million. And the number 1 home on the market in 2020, as far as celebrity homes, it was first-year American Idol winner Kelly Clarkson. She not only crafted a stellar award-winning career, but also developed a unique home decorating style that could easily bear her name. In 2020, Kelly decided to sell her Encino, California home for $9.995 million.
Wow. All right.
There you go. I've got the whole list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of giftcardchallenge.org. The Washington Post asked readers to describe this year, 2020, in one word or phrase. Over 2,000 readers responded to the poll. The top 3 words that could be printed, I don't know if they had others, but they came up again and again and again. Exhausting. Oh, I should ask you first. How would you describe 2020?
Disappointing.
That one's not on the list. Maybe it is. We'll see. The top 3 were exhausting, lost, and chaotic. Other words that came up frequently: relentless, surreal, limbo, transformative, heartbreaking, stifling, dumpster fire, perseverance, and ugh. So those are the words. Many countries have different traditions for this evening to bring in the new year, and tomorrow, I guess, because it's New Year's Eve tonight, then New Year's Day tomorrow. In Spain, when the clock strikes midnight, people eat 12 grapes. 1 grape for every stroke of the clock to represent each month of the year. Each grape is said to bring good luck in the new year.
Really?
Could you imagine bong, 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 eating a grape that quick? What if you choke on a grape?
You could easily choke.
That would be bad. They do that in Spain. Switzerland, they believe that good luck comes from letting a drop of cream land on the floor on New Year's Day.
Okay.
So when you're having your coffee, maybe drop a little creamer on the, I don't know if it's going to be the same cream, but try it, I guess. In Belgium, farmers wish their animals Happy New Year for blessings. So they go out and say Happy New Year to each one of the animals.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Romania, the Romanians have a tradition of listening to hear if the farm animals talk on New Year's Day. If the animals talk, it's considered bad luck.
I would say, well, I don't know, because you could charge admission for that stuff.
Happy New Year, animals, and Happy New Year right back at you. Oh, wow. That's kind of weird. And I hadn't even really thought about this. After reading it, it does make sense. It said kids born in 2020 will hear a lot of things said about the year they were born. I'm going to pause right now and just say this. I never think about the year I was born. Do you ever even think about the year you were born?
No.
It doesn't really come to mind, hardly ever, because I don't really remember that year. So I think all in all, kids, if you were born in 2020, you don't know what I'm saying right now, but if you've got, younger siblings, or if you have children that were born in 2020, I don't think that it's going to hang over their head for the rest of their lives. I got a feeling this
Unless
list,
the parents keep bringing it up.
Yeah, don't do that. But according to Allie
you're
Bank,
bad luck. You were born in 2020.
yeah, don't do that to them. It says here, Allie Bank wants to send a message that there's a great reason for optimism. The online bank is offering a savings account to all babies born on December 31st, 2020. That's today. If you've got a kid that's coming out
Maybe
today,
try to push it out.
It's $250 savings account. So it's, it's not a ton, but you know what? But they say an average of 10,000 babies are born every day in the U.S., and this is a way of Allie saying thank you for the very last babies of the year to help us end 2020 on a positive note. I've got a link to all the details in the show notes for today. Interesting idea. And I'm also going to make an offer. All the babies that are born today, you can listen to our show for free. In perpetuity.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm a giver.
You're a giver.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time right now for Dear John Letters.
Dear John.
All right, Heidi. There's never been a time more than I've wanted this to be just Dear Heidi Letters.
Oh, boy.
I posted this earlier this week online, and thank you so much to the people who have chimed in with some advice. But we're going to walk down the path right now. Here we go. Are you ready?
I think so.
All right. Dear John, my 16-year-old nephew recently added me on Snapchat. I talk with my kids on there all the time. It's fun. But when I sent the request to my nephew, I'm not sure if he even knew it was me. He accepted my request and then sent some pretty graphic photos. I didn't even know what to say or what to do. I asked my son if he could tell me for sure if this was even the right account. Then he said, yeah, it is. I'm not sure if I should say something to my sister or not. I'd be pretty upset to find out that she knew something like this about my son and didn't tell me.
Right.
But I also have no idea how to even bring this up.
Yikes.
I feel so weird about the whole thing. I did not need to see these photos of my nephew. I never even replied to him. I've not shown anyone the photos. I feel weird even having them. I know this is a doozy of a letter, but why not squeeze one last weird thing in for 2020? Any advice? I'd love to know my safe way out of this one. Signed, Aunt Who Saw Too Much. Oh, boy. First, I'll hand the floor over to Heidi. What was you doing? This is such a weird thing to...
Yeah.
First of all, I gotta say, I'm glad that I'm not in this situation. So sorry, Aunt Who Saw Too Much. I'm sad to see that you are. Do you have some advice?
Yeah, that's a hard one.
So here's. She did not say that in the letter, by the way. So here's one thing I would do: talk to your kids. Maybe don't tell them that this happened, but talk to them about the importance of not doing something like this. You don't need to throw your nephew under the bus, but have that conversation. Because you said right in there, I would be upset with my sister if I found out she knew something like this and didn't tell me. So the first thing you could do is make sure you talk to your kids and say, and we'll talk to kids right now, don't do this. First of all, I'll say this. It's a bad idea because you don't want to do that.
Yeah, you need to just be very careful what you're putting online.
Yeah.
Period. Because it does not go away.
It doesn't.
Even if you think, oh, it's just going to disappear, nobody's going to see it. There are screenshots.
I don't know how Snapchat works because I don't think, am I on that one? I don't know if I'm on
I
that
don't
one.
know.
I don't know.
I'm not on that.
I think I might be on there.
I think I have an account, but I've not ever used it. And this is probably a good reason why.
I just don't have time for all the different things that are out there. But again, we had the conversation with our kids, and there was actually a movie that we watched. Jason Bateman was in the movie. I don't remember the name of it. I guess I could look and see if I could find it. But
I don't remember.
There was a movie where a kid sent a photo, and then some people shared it around the whole school, and he ended up trying to take his own life. Jason Bateman, he was the dad in that movie. Anyway, we're way off subject here.
Yeah, we kind of went down a rabbit hole.
Any advice? Here's the thing I would do. I would call your sister. I would have the discussion. I would just say, hey, you know
how
what?
Awful.
It's going to be tough. And I would even tell her, you know what? You don't want to see the photos because would you want someone showing a photo of your son's, stuff to you? No, you don't want to see that. But if you just say, hey, you might want to have this discussion with him. I don't even know if he knew it was me. He probably didn't know it was you.
Well, why would he want to send that to a relative? I'm sure that was a complete and total accident.
So he probably feels just as weird about it. So I don't know that you probably shouldn't have that conversation directly with him. And maybe, again, that's up to the mom. But if I were you, when I'm talking to your sister, I would say, please don't tell him it came from me. If he sent this to you, he's been sending this to other people too. So,
yeah.
But if she just has the conversation, how important it is to not do that.
Something you need to understand. Nobody wants to see that.
No, they really don't.
It's not attractive. Nobody wants to see it at any stage of your relationship.
Yeah, it's just
ever. Just keep the lights off and keep it hidden. That's my advice to.
We've talked about that many times. It's just not a good thing to do that. Nobody wants to open up their text and go, oh, hey, look what I got. Or in this case, Snapchat from their nephew. I mean, just terrible idea. All right. If you'd like to chime in with some advice for this young lady, you can do that on our Facebook page. And that's also where you could submit your letter for next week. Maybe a little more G-rated would be great. It's all at facebook.com/JohnandHeidiShow.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Nearly 7 out of 10 men like the way they look naked compared to only 2 out of 10 women.
Are you one of those men?
No. Not even close. I like the way you look naked. That's not on the list here. She's my wife, by the way. I want to make sure, because there's probably somebody listening right now that didn't know that. They're like, whoa, that guy's going to get fired.
That's inappropriate.
Do you like the way you look naked?
No.
So you're only 2 out of 10 women. So you're one of the 8. I'm one of the 3 men that doesn't like the way he looks naked. So I don't know. Bizarre. But that is a fun fact. It's kind of a weird fact. I don't know why we're using that one, but here it is. It just happened. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a news headline from somewhere in this world, Dateline China. You know your country has a problem with smog when people are getting lost in the smog. A woman in China went missing after she went for a walk. She got disoriented because it was so smoggy, she ended up in the woods. Her husband reported her missing, prompting a 2-hour search by the police.
Oh, jeepers.
And she literally had just gone for a walk. She's like, I got turned around and I couldn't see where I was because there was so much smog.
That's awful.
That is really bad. That's not good. That is today's news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. This feels like I'm reading a story that's way, way, way late, but it's because I just got it. It says Santa Claus tried to parachute his sleigh into California for a practice run, but he got stuck in the power lines. What?
Okay.
A hapless St. Nick was shown dangling upside down high above a Sacramento street in an Ultra-type aircraft sleigh with red, white, and blue parachute tangled in the lines.
For real? This dude was trying to land?
Yeah, this is from like a week and a half ago. He was left hanging there for about an hour. The power had to be cut to 200 homes before they could finally rescue him. Metro Fire of Sacramento shared the video footage of the fully suited Santa who was planning to give candy canes to some kids in the neighborhood.
Oh, that's
but instead,
super sweet.
He gave them a blackout, is what he gave them. Says, we are happy to report Santa is uninjured and will be ready for Christmas next week, which again, like I said, this is a couple weeks ago, but I just got the story. Added, but perhaps he may need a new sleigh.
Aw, poor guy. That was really sweet
It was
of him
sweet,
to try to do something.
That is a weird thing to do. Thanks.
It is really weird, isn't it?
Thanks for listening to today's Weird News, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. A Wisconsin dentist. Oh, this guy sounds like a sleazeball. Listen to what he was doing. He's accused of damaging patients' teeth on purpose so he could bill the insurance companies to fix them.
Oh,
that is just terrible. A lot of people are afraid of the dentist anyway, so when you go in there,
one of those.
yeah, I know you're one. But when you go in there, you don't want to be in there for a long time.
No.
I love our dentist. Our dentist is awesome. But this guy, 60-year-old Scott Charmoli, was charged in federal court with 8 counts of health care fraud.
Oh, my gosh.
Sentenced to 20 years in prison, $250,000 fine.
Oh.
He was telling patients, hey, you need some crowns, and we're gonna go in here and clean this up, and then we're going to get some photos. He'd go in there and he'd break their teeth, and then he'd get photos
That is so
to submit
sleazy.
to insurance and submit x-rays and photos of the chipped teeth, and then they'd get the coverage, then he would fix them. $2 million worth of procedures.
So sleazy.
In January 2018 to August of 2019. So his plea hearing was scheduled for yesterday. I don't know how that went, but boy, bad idea.
I bet it didn't go well.
It's today's moment of duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for fake news or Florida. Heidi, tell me, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it fake news made up to trick you and amuse me? Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. Fake news or Florida. A Vero Beach man told police that he was not drinking and driving because he was only drinking Bud Light. Fake news or Florida?
I could see that happening in Florida. If everybody says it's near beer, because I've heard people refer to it as that. I'll say Florida.
It's wrong. It's fake news. Yeah, somebody's got your number. No, it was not true. So at least this time, if somebody did do that, then it's just a mere coincidence. Hey, by the way, if you'd like to submit a fake news or Florida story, if you see some crazy thing from the state of Florida, or if you like to just make stuff up to see if you can trick Heidi, you can submit all of that right at the bottom of our page at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of giftcardchallenge.org. By the way, it's not too late to be a part of the gift card challenge. This is something that can help people in your community. And this story is just an adorable story. Here's the headline. Man revives baby elephant with CPR after a motorcycle accident.
Oh.
So I don't know what this elephant was doing riding a motorcycle in the first place.
I know.
That's not
One of
really
those
what
talented
happened.
elephants.
No, this is what happened. I'm just being silly. A baby elephant, sadly, was struck by a motorcycle while the elephant was trying to cross the road in Thailand. And now this elephant is alive and well when an off-duty rescue worker stopped. He said he's performed dozens of resuscitation attempts in his 26 years as a rescue worker, but never on an elephant. In a video that went viral on social media, this man is seen giving CPR to a small elephant that was laying on the side of the road. People were just absolutely amazed to watch this. It is my instinct to save lives, but I was worried the whole time because I can hear the mother and the other elephants calling for the baby. Can you imagine that? If they think,
oh yeah, and
if they look
would
and
have
see this guy,
yeah,
they think, oh, what are you doing to my baby? He said, I assume where an elephant heart would be located is like based on human theory and a video clip I saw online. The baby elephant, shortly after this started, stood up on its own. It took about 10 minutes, by the way.
Wow.
It says, when the baby elephant started to move, I almost cried. The elephant was taken to another location for further treatment before being returned right to the scene in hopes of being reunited with mama. The elephant soon returned when the mother heard the baby calling out.
Bravo, sir.
There's a video if you want to see this. It is absolutely amazing. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. And when you get on there, you just scroll to the bottom of the show notes for today, and that's where you'll see it. If you would like to submit a Dear John letter, we had one of those today as well. You can do that through our Facebook page, facebook.com/johnandheidishow. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Maybe we'll see you next year, huh?
I sure hope so.
See what I did there? Because it's the last day of the year.
I do. Yes.
All
That
right. Thanks for
only
listening.
happened about 30 times today.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Happy New Year to each and every one of you.